All right, so I'm going to record. That way, IG, you can see everything that I'm showing on my screen, but I'll put a link in to the comments on this video after I upload everything and put it in. That way, you can see what's on my screen also. Yeah, I was looking at a couple pictures. You know, Facebook, we bring up those memories, and I was looking at some pictures of 2018 and 19, and I was like, geez, I don't believe I was up to 260 pounds. You know, it's like, wow, I was really that much. You know, I could see the puffiness in my face. I was like really just puff daddy, you know, and it's like it's crazy, you know, the transformation that you go through in life, right? So with our company that we're working on, we're focusing on the company, which is here, right? And I'll put that up so you can see. That's our company, the FX MBA Academy, right? So that is pretty much, you know, it's focusing on financial wealth, financial freedom. You know, we put a plan together to help people get themselves financially free, but we also have spiritual wealth, right? And physical wealth. So my spiritual wealth, I've come so far in that. I mean, I've grown so far over the past 5 to 6 years. It's been very enlightening and exciting for me because of, you know, where I've come from and the things that I was taught, you know, coming up as a youngster, and then what I learned as an adult. Things just really just been really, you know, good for me. So I'm proud of the spiritual journey that I'm on and continuing to pursue. And it's like it's been a real eye opener for me. The financial journey you guys see me talking about all the time. I'm here talking about. I'm trying to encourage you guys. Don't want to say you people because you people is a bad no, right? You guys to to get on the same journey, right? But there's also a physical wealth, right? So a physical wealth is one that I struggle with more than the others, right? I was struggling spiritually, but didn't know it. I thought I was okay up until about 6 years ago. I was struggling spiritually, but didn't know it. But this physical thing, I just have a thing with when I look back at my pictures and I see where I was like, wow, I was really doing bad there. I mean, I was the ultimate big plate steak and potatoes, you know, guy, multiple servings on top of servings. And I've come a long way, you know, in that journey for myself. But along the way, I did a lot of damage along along the way, right? All that I wasn't that puffy for nothing. So along the way, you know, I wind up getting some reports on uh, um, your borderline blood pressure and borderline, you know, diabetes and that type of stuff. So the crazy brain thinker that I am, I started looking into those type of things and started looking into more of what to do because the first thing people want to do is go, hey, take these meds, take these meds, take these meds. So one of the couple of things I noticed that one, a lot of people are really medicated up, like you just wouldn't believe. It's like there's so much medication just going around, going around, going around, going around. And I know and I strongly believe that medication has its place, right? I know it has its place, but it should not be the first option. You know, so when I started doing was I started looking around and started seeing what can I do to not go that route. You know, so I found some things. I found the awesome Dr. Sebi and some other people, but he was like the lead guy. And I wound up getting some things to do. Found out that, you know, first of all, let me take you down the path of certain things like diabetes. When I look at how big that industry is totally crazy. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm not your Just like when I talk about money, I'm not your financial analysis advisor, but I just give my opinion of things that I talk about. It's like so many people just get on these things and it just leads from one road downhill to the next road, downhill to the next road, not focusing on what is the main cause of the problem. What is the main cause of the hypertension, or what is the main cause of the diabetes, or what is the main cause of XYZ, anything else? Most of the physicians have been taught in these days, I can't speak for the old days, I always thought that the old days, the doctors was a lot better, but most of the physicians these days, they're taught to manage problems and not cure problems. Okay, they're taught to manage problems and not cure problems. So therefore, when you get these medications that come in, the medications may clone, or not even say clone, let's say hide or reduce the symptoms or the cause of it a little bit, but it never eliminates what the problem is. So once you get on one medication, then they add another medication, add another medication, and next thing you know, you see so many. I've run into so many diabetic people go right straight to insulin, right? And so it's like that's the ultimate road. You get on one pill, go to another pill, go to another pill, and it takes you down, down, down until you get to insulin. Once you get on insulin, it's almost done from there, right? So what I'm trying to do, and what I did for myself, was when they suggested something called metformin, right? I actually went and looked up metformin and seen what the thing was, okay? So what is this metformin about? So I looked it up and I seen what it would do. It does not cure diabetes, right? And I also looked at the side effects, right? So you can look them up yourself. And I'm like, where is this going? So what I did was I found a couple other things to lower your sugar. So I'm going to be doing some videos also on, in addition to the financial stuff that I do, I'm going to do some videos on some meals or some drinks and some supplements that I take to help reduce your blood sugar and reduce your hypertension, okay? And if it's been working for me, it can possibly work for someone else too. So that's why I want to share it, because you're talking to the 250-pound guy with the big face and the big body that I had, and now that I've lost weight. Now I do have a Achilles that just keeps, just beating me up, right? I have this thing, guys. I have this thing that starts with an S, it starts with a C, right? And it's called sweets and carbs. They just keep coming at me. They keep battling at me, these sweets and these carbs, and they keep coming at me. And although I've made some progress, I'm still fighting those jokers. I'm still fighting them, right? So I get to the point where I do, really well for a while, and then some of those bad boys, they beat me up. They hit me for a little bit and they come back. So a couple of things I'm going to do is do a couple of videos to help fight some of the things to help you get off something like, for example, metformin, right? Easy solution to get off of it. One, and I just got finished coming from outside. One, and first and foremost, you have to do some type of exercise, right? I'm a football player, a track runner, basketball player, baseball player, a swimmer, right? I did all these sports, but I don't do any of them right now, right? And I stopped exercising, period, right? So I had to get back out and start walking, right? So eventually I will be back running again, but I had to start doing something. If I didn't start doing anything, then I would just be done. So the first step is you have to start moving your body. Marlene got me this watch here that counts steps. right? So these things count steps. And it lets you know when you're being lazy for the day. Because if you're in the 5,000, you're having a really, really bad, lazy day today, right? So try to get at least 10,000 steps a day in there. And that lets you know that you're making some movement in your body, you know, per day. If you look at your watch and you're at the 5,000, that was a bad day, and you shouldn't have too many days under 5,000. You got to get your body moving, got to get your blood and your circulating, and you got to get your body moving. That's the first thing. Number two is you have to watch what you eat. All right, it's really important that you watch what you eat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning there, Marty Mark. Good morning, Ms. Harvey. All right, you got to watch what you eat because your intake and your output is so important. We used to, in the computer classes I took back in high school, like your input is going to determine your output, right? It's so true with your body. What you put in your body is going to, eventually develop or destroy and start to jack up your body. So you got to be careful what you eat. And I'm going to show you some things that I take. And I'm going to show you an easy way to start supplementing to get rid of a metformin, right? To get off whatever high blood pressure medication you're on, okay? And you don't just stop it. I'm going to show you, give you some things of how to wean off. So that's my thing. So I'm on this spiritual journey that I'm continuing on with, which is doing really well. I'm on this financial journey, as you know, from our company here, the FX Academy, right? The FX MBA Academy. That's our financial journey. And this physical journey where I'm working on kicking these habits naturally, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do some of the same things that I'm doing. And you could take what I'm doing and do exactly, or you can modify it according to you, because everybody's not the same, right? So you might have to modify some things and depend upon where you are in that stage. And if you're not there, and if you're fine, continue to do what you're doing. Make sure you don't get to that point, and let somebody else know these tips I'm going to be giving, because I just hate to see, I see so many people just get caught up and they just get medicated out. And once you get to a certain stage in medication, it's like there's no turning back. Once they get you on insulin, it's like it's almost no turning back. There's very few stories I hear about people once you get on insulin that you get off, but it has been done. But there's very few out there, because it takes a super, super big amount of dedication. Okay, so, but it has been done. But their role is to keep you on that. It's one of the biggest industries out there. It's not the biggest. The Forex industry is the biggest. That's why we're in the Forex industry, right? But pharmaceuticals is huge. And the whole objective is to get you on medication and keep you on medication until you die. That's the objective. That's how they make money, right? It's very few doctors will say, hey, you got high blood pressure. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Start doing some exercise, walk a half a mile or a mile, 2 miles a day, start working on the foods that you eat, get to a Mediterranean type of diet, start doing some stuff. Very few doctors would just say that to you. First thing they say, oh, you got high blood pressure, here's a script, bang, take this, right? And we want to get away from that. That's the okie doke, that's the road to nowhere. All right, so that's my tips for you for today. Those of you that know about the FX MBA Academy, we are still